Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's edition of the Crypto Report. If you're listening on the podcast, please do us a favor and review the podcast, whether it's good or bad. That's okay. Just whatever your most legitimate review is. We'd love to hear from you. If you shoot me an email, which is in the show notes where my email is, I will be happy to respond to you with any questions that you have. If you are on the YouTube, please like and subscribe. We're just trying to get this channel out to more people. And if you like and subscribe, it'll do that. So as you know, the show is about cryptocurrency. Where basically I try to review the news and kind of cut through the crap that really will not affect your life, and just kind of share with you the stuff that I think will affect your life in the market and in your investments going forward. Today's episode, we'll kind of go through some news and notes. We'll look at the biggest gaining coin of the day, and then we'll go from there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at CoinMarketCap. And as you probably already know, Bitcoin has been taking a hit over the last, week and a half. And when Bitcoin takes a hit, essentially all of the other coins take a hit. Even USDC took a hit today. So, everything's taken a hit. Doge, which was up, and that'll actually be a story later on. But, everything is getting crushed today, except for Ape Coin, and we'll touch on that a bit later as well. But everything else is just getting absolutely crushed. In terms of the biggest gainer for today, I was going to look at Crypto Inu, but I just actually found something called CATCOIN that is up nearly 1,000%. CATCOIN is based on the Binance Smart Chain. It's CATS is the name of the coin, CATS. I'm sure it was just released 11 a.m. today. So once it got released, it shot up like crazy. It's one of these brand new coins. So obviously do your research before you make any investments. I personally don't invest something that, has just come out unless I've put some money in before the coin comes out. And I think that it's going to go up. A little bit about this coin. What's it say about CATCOIN? CATCOIN is a community-driven token based on a meme with a big dream. It was created by Mayoshi Nakatamo for the cat community. In addition, CATCOIN develops applications to provide community with various tools, simplify the crypto world for new investors. CATCOIN is more than a token; it's a revolution. So, I guess they decided to make a CATCOIN. I guess there were too many dog meme coins out there, so here we go. It looks like there's going to be some GameFi, some additional things on CATCOIN. It's actually listed on a number of exchanges. CoinTiger, it's on PancakeSwap. So a couple different things. I don't know. If you go to CoinMarketCap, there should be a white paper in here. Go ahead and check it out before you do any investments. But anyways, that is the largest gaining coin of the day. It's a meme coin. It's a cat. People are buying it. Do some research before you put any money into it. All right, now let's get to the real news. So as I told you a few minutes ago, everything on CoinMarketCap is essentially tanking today. The entire cryptocurrency space is tanking. And so as we know, the cryptocurrency space sort of coincides with the U.S. stock market. When the stock market's good, crypto typically goes up. And if you look at the stock market today, the Dow is down 809 points. So in other words, the Dow is getting absolutely demolished. It's getting crushed. If you're down 800 points in a day, that's massive. So the Dow is massively down. There's a number of reasons for it. Many institutions are saying a recession is imminent if it's not already here, and that's just to piggyback on that. But one of the big reasons that the stock market is down and down a lot is because the bond market is essentially in a bloodbath. It basically, the bond market, um, the 10-year treasury yield is essentially what makes interest rates. And if the bond market's getting crushed, interest rates are going to be required to go up. Therefore, lending, to consumers, the price of lending is going to get higher. So inflation and purchases and everything is just inflation is going to go higher and purchases are going to slow. Um, I picked this particular article from Steve Cortez. I will read a little bit of it to you. But you could go on here. It's a short article. It's a good article. It says this chart, and if you're on the YouTube, you can see the chart. If you're not on the YouTube, go to the show notes and click this article. This chart, sourced from Bianco Research, shows the carnage in historical context. 2022 is now on pace to be the worst year ever for bonds, with even a harsher selling than in 1980. Over a generation ago, that surge in inflation and interest rates led directly to Ronald Reagan's. Okay, well, it goes on about electoral this and that. This isn't a political show. Um, but in other words, this is the worst, um, basically, returns you've seen on the bond market ever in the history of the country. Um, so I think we've spoken about that previously as to why, and it's because the U.S. dollar is not going to be as important as it once was, due to the Biden administration putting sort of stipulations on Russia, and then other countries are looking for options to allow it not to be the reserve currency of the world. So as that continues, the bond market gets worse. So none of this is good news. None of this is good news at all. I believe the next step the Biden administration is doing is a discussion about ending Title 42 and bringing in hundreds of thousands of new individuals who would ultimately be allowed to work. And when they start working, that will sort of depress the real wages of current workers today, and inflation will continue to rise. So let's take a step back and kind of hope some of these things don't happen. But this is what is going on. This is why the stock market's down, and this is why the crypto market's down. Now, just to give you guys a little glimmer of hope, everything is sort of cyclical, So once you're in a recession, you'll eventually get out of recession. So just keep that in the back of your mind as this continues to get worse and worse. Don't stop investing, or at least thinking about where to put your money. There are still some smart places you can put your money where you will likely gain some. So don't let this sideline you. Just kind of know that this is what's going on, and this is why the overall picture of the market is the way it is today. So with all that being said, let's just kind of go and talk about some of the cool stories or not so cool stories of the day in the crypto space. This one is from CoinDesk, and it just talks about Bitcoin slips towards 38,000 after rally fizzles. And actually, it's just right above 38,000 right now. Let's see. Russia's suspension of gas supplies to Poland appeared to darken the largest cryptocurrencies. Failed attempt to hold gains above $40,000, market analysts say. Bitcoin. After the price pop Monday, okay, as of press time, the largest cryptocurrency market was down 3.3%. You can read this. Basically, it just talks about what's going on with Bitcoin. It talks about Ethereum going down. It's just kind of a discussion of the day. It's a good overview if you want to read some information about Bitcoin today, but it's down. We all know it's down. It might not stay depressed for long, despite what is happening elsewhere, because we're starting to get some news that might push Bitcoin up. I know that we had talked about previously an ETF that's trying to get approved for cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin. And as that makes its way through regulators, there's certainly some hope there. But this is really interesting news. And when I looked at this morning, and then I looked at Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin was actually on a small rally. And so look at this, guys. Fidelity's new 401k offering will invest in Bitcoin. The employer that oversees the retirement savings plan would have to decide to include the digital assets account. So, in other words, Fidelity is saying, hey, we believe Bitcoin's here to stay, and we believe our consumers want it. So, we're going to start to make this available in 401ks. Fidelity, the nation's largest provider of 401k plans, said on Tuesday that it would enable its participants to put a slice of the retirement money into Bitcoin. If their employers are willing to allow it, the announcement could put millions of people closer to direct investment in Bitcoin this summer without having to set up an account in a cryptocurrency exchange, which, by the way, is a great idea. And if you put it in your 401k, it's a lot less risky. And a lot of people already have, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, whatever it may be, and they'd probably prefer to use that than open an account on like the Kraken or something to that extent. Let's see. Here we go. Someone says regulators have already said that they're skeptical of the idea. The Department of Labor, of course, which oversees workplace retirement plans, said it would cast critical eye on plans that added digital assets to their investments. Fidelity, which has 2.4 trillion in 401k assets, more than a third of the market, according to research, said it was introducing digital asset accounts to hold Bitcoin. The account fee would be between 0.75% and 0.90% of assets, depending on several factors. So this is good news. Fidelity is the largest domino of the drop, and I assume that other brokerage firms will start to take a look at this and follow along. So that's that. The other thing is Dogecoin. Dogecoin jumps more than 20% after Twitter agrees to Elon Musk buyout. Now, this article was actually from yesterday, and Dogecoin was up quite a bit. But if you look at today, it has since gone down 15%. So it's still up a little bit, but essentially what it is talking about is Elon Musk has gone ahead and purchased purchased Twitter, and Elon is the Doge father, if you will. So people are thinking that, hey, you know what? If Elon has Dogecoin, he might be able to incorporate Dogecoin more in Twitter and Tesla and those sorts of things. So it popped a little bit. Now it's back down, but again, the whole market is just getting absolutely crushed today. The other story, and I think I deleted it, but it is a story on Ape Coin. And Ape Coin is one of the few cryptocurrencies that is going up in price today. And the reason for that, while other cryptos are getting crushed, is because Ape Coin, the makers of Ape Coin, announced that it will start to release its metaverse. I think it was by Friday. I don't have time to read the whole article, but I believe the metaverse was called Onward. And you're going to have to use Ape Coin. It's going to be integrated in their metaverse. And so you'll have to utilize it to purchase things in their metaverse. And it's going to be the first time that really, digital assets and sort of a metaverse, type of project has actually been built together. My understanding is everything has been separately thus far and kind of put together. So this is going to be the most integrated version of that. And oh, by the way, the big thing here is you can buy your Bored Ape Yacht Clubs with your Ape token in the metaverse. and the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs are expensive. So we all know that. And now that we know there's some utility behind the Ape Coin cryptocurrency, the price of the currency has gone up. So we'll have to keep monitoring that. But that is why that particular coin has rallied. Another piece of good news, and we have not had really a whole lot of that throughout this uh, discussion, is 80% of institutions are bullish on crypto's future, a survey finds. The majority of investors expect crypto to overtake traditional investment vehicles, currencies within a decade. This is really, really interesting, and I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but I do think that it's very possible that it'll certainly overtake the US market here because crypto is a worldwide phenomenon and it opens the doors to just about every person in every country to invest in some sort of market. It says the company's Crypto Pulse survey also discovered that 54% of retail investors believe that cryptocurrencies will overtake traditional currencies within 10 years. Survey results show that crypto is a long game and we need to build for the next 50 to 100 million customers, Bitsmap US CEO told Black Twins. It goes on and on and on. And it also says basically 70% of people today aren't participating in cryptocurrency. So that is a huge opportunity for some early adoption and some early investment. This is from Blockworks. They do a big survey every year. So check it out. I will post this on the show notes. Like I said, if you're on the podcast, please like, subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe. Make comments, good or bad. I don't care either way. Just the more activity, the better. Love you guys' feedback. Anyways, appreciate it. Thanks so much. We'll see you the next time.